It's just funny to me, like
it's a joke. It's a joke now.
It's a GI joke. The fact.
How's it going, everybody? Tony here from Kapowcast, bringing you another episode of Shut Up and Take My Money, the only show where we constantly overstress ourselves by watching the FedEx tracking nonstop 24/7. So joining me this week is John and Mike. Fellas, how are we doing today?
I've been watching my FedEx. Waiting for my Sentinel.
Still waiting for that. Anytime you're around here and you see it go to Oak Park and you go, oh no.
Oh no.
I've told people there's no other anxiety like watching your expensive plastic ship via FedEx and or UPS, depending on, I guess, where you're at, because like it just kind of stops sometimes and you're like, why did it stop?
Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle of shipping.
Yeah, for me, like working afternoons, there's a time frame, and I have to get it here. You know, it has to get here before I leave for work. So it's usually I don't sleep the night before, and I go, okay, it's out for delivery at 7 a.m. It has to be here by like it'll be here by like 11. 11 runs, and it's like getting close to 2, and you're like, where's this fucking package? I gotta leave in an hour.
I think FedEx here comes around like 5-6 o'clock. That's the time I've noticed I've been getting packages, which is great because I'm off work at 3. So
it works out. I think the same thing for FedEx. For me was that they show up early, mid evening. UPS shows up earlier in the day though. That's why I'm BFFs with the UPS guy. Give him a Gatorade and sometimes a little snack.
Here you go, buddy.
Thank you for delivering my really expensive toys to me in one piece with no nicks in the boxes.
Little thing of goldfish.
Yep.
Goldfish.
You gotta take care of your delivery man. That's how get your packages in one piece. But before we get rolling into the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the bell for notifications, thumbs up button. Podcast listeners, make sure you follow, download, rate the show while you're at it. It's a good help. That's when the big boys actually notice you. And then follow us on social media. If you want to help out, make sure you check out that Patreon page and buy a t-shirt.
Yeah. Join our Discord.
And John really wants people in that Discord. He wants to talk to more individuals about things.
Yeah, I want you guys to talk, and then I look at it, and then I hit the little thumbs up right on what you say, and that's about all my interaction is.
I have recently found a heart emoji that's an actual anatomical heart, and I've been using that instead of the heart.
The actual heart, yeah.
I was like, oh, yep, this is gonna be my thing. This is gonna be my shtick.
I've been enjoying Discord. I have. It's been fun.
I enjoy it. I just I wish I could be more active inside of it than I actually am, because I'm on a different sleeping schedule than people, and I think it's weird if I re-answer people from like 12 hours ago at 2 a.m.
No, that's the best part about it. You can highlight what they said and you reply exactly to it, and so when people get there, they go, "Oh, hey, Tony finally got back to me, sweet." Instead of
that's
everyone
fantastic.
Just being like, "Man, no one talks in this thing." It's like, no, we all just have really weird schedules, so like. I won't answer something that was posted at 5 a.m. and it's, noon, and I'm like, oh yeah, hey, I like that too.
Right. I guess that isn't weird. I don't know. I have this thing about being timely. We were talking about this
Adulthood.
earlier. Yeah, and it's just like, oh, I didn't answer him in 15 minutes. I'm not going to answer him. Like it's worthless now. He's probably found his answer.
No, don't worry. This isn't a per my last email group. We all just we all have our understandings that we're all adults here and working on different schedules. So
I hope this message finds you in well times.
I don't know how many times I've sent that during the pandemic. Hey, I hope you're not dead yet. I hope everything's fine.
But let's roll into our show and tell segment, the segment where we show you what we spent our hard-earned money on. Let's see who's gonna go. Who went first last week?
Mike did.
Was it Mike? Yeah, yeah, because he had the Super 7 stuff. Okay, so John, you can go ahead.
All right, yeah, I'll go. So I think the one thing that we laugh a lot about is anytime we've pre-ordered on Big Bad Toy Store until we actually find it in a location and we're like, I bought it here. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
I did have one of those moments, and I'm kind of going to continue the chain of Universal Monsters here with Tony from last week, and then me like prior to that a couple weeks ago. So I picked up the color version.
Oh, cool.
Of Frankie.
Oh,
so now I got black and white. Yep. And color. So there he is, looking great. I picked him up. I realized that it was going to cost me more in total with shipping him through Big Bad Toy Store than just buying it at the store. And so that's what I did. I found him, picked him up. The one thing that I am very excited about in my teenage brain mind, Shang-Chi. I grabbed him. I finally grabbed him. He wasn't at ludicrous prices that he has been in the
hands
past.
for days.
And yes, oh my gosh, yeah. Just look at these hands. Like
it's funny because
hands.
That wave, that's where all the accessories was in Shang-Chi. Like nobody really had accessories in that way. Maybe like one or two things, but you got the Shang-Chi, and it was just like,
yeah, man.
There they all are. That's
He actually proudly sits on my like street level shelf with like Daredevil, Moon Knight,
Hell's Kitchen,
all
man. Yeah, exactly. I love those. I love those guys. That's partially it. I knew I wanted him, and then when he came out, he was already priced high, and then a lot of Joe collectors were picking him up. And so it was basically like, I'm not going to pay a ludicrous amount of money for him. And I found him at a good price, so I decided, hey, I'll get him now. So
nice. I did not expect that.
So out of curiosity, do you have the black and white Frankie around you, and you can actually hold both of them up right now? Because I'm really curious as to the side by side.
Okay, here we go. So boxes side by side, black and white.
Interesting choices on the box.
Yeah,
like you would have thought with the black and white one they would have did the red, or they would have did the black and white for the box instead of red and black. But whatever.
I figured they'd do the old school poster for the black and white
and do something different for the colored.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, they even got different fonts too.
Yeah, they have different fonts, different
and different
poses.
pictures on the side. Yeah, that's cool.
Exactly. And then I can show you the back. Even that's different.
Yeah, that's even got some.
That's cool. They could have just put a filter on it and been done.
Yeah, exactly.
But the fact that they went through the extra effort to do that's pretty cool.
Going that extra mile.
Here comes the money shot.
All right, and even the picture on the inside looks a little. Did they?
Oh, I can already tell a major difference between the two just seeing the head sculpts and stuff.
The black has a more bluish hue to it. It looks like on the black and white version.
All right, so Mike, what surprises do you have for us this week?
Well, no Sentinel, I can tell you that much.
Ooh,
FedEx and Hasbro. No, just kidding. So we went to Target sometime this week, and it was a surprising trip where they actually had things. I was shocked. I saw like Flint and Lady J there. As always, had a bunch of DC multiverse stuff. So yes, they had a bunch of stuff in stock for a change. Yes, very rare. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute.
What'd you get?
So anyways,
just tell me what you got, damn it.
So what's funny is they had Flint and Lady J, but they had him like over in the NECA section, and there was a few things over. They actually had the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, In the red, like, but then I looked and I stumbled and they had Ironheart from the new Iron Man wave. And I was like, well, you know what? I think I'm going to pick her up.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I'm kind of surprised you picked her up. I'm going to be honest.
This figure is freaking awesome. This might be like the best Marvel Legends female figure I have ever picked up.
Really? Wow.
First of all, look at that.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Also, what's cool is you can bring her. She doesn't really have like she kind of has butterfly joints, but not really. But just the way her arms are, you can like basically bring her arms in together.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
and I was getting some awesome with her other open hand. You're getting some awesome like Kamehameha wave.
I was just thinking that, man.
Posing hands, and like she's just like, I know, John, you get a lot of your stuff. It usually stays in box.
Mm-hmm.
But Tony, I know you've opened a lot of yours. Like, this is one of those figures I opened and I started posing it, and you just get lost.
Oh, yeah.
In it because there's so many, and like,
oh God, that was aggressive.
Jeez.
You gotta be. And the other thing that really sold it, I mean, this is a tight fit.
That's what she said.
This head sculpt is fan-freaking-tastic.
I was gonna say that
awesome.
that was the part I actually enjoyed the most about that figure was the human head sculpt looks really, really good. I think it
But there was one picture I took, I'll send it to you guys in the chat later, where I had her, she was like kind of in like a running pose, like shooting her arc reactor, and but the tip of this foot was on the table, and it just looked really freaking cool. I don't know where she's gonna go in my display because I pretty much have like straight up classic Avengers. Which, speaking of, I proceeded my way down to the main toy aisle and shocked that they had like the rest of, well, not the entire wave. They had like the Stealth Suit Iron Man. They had Dark Star, which I almost grabbed her, but I didn't because I was like, But I did pick up
another Iron Man.
Nice.
Modular Iron Man, and he may be the new Iron Man for my display. Like, I'm not like, it's weird because I'm not like, I don't have the fondest of memories of this design, but there's something about this figure, like he's just awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet looking figure.
He's a beefy boy, and so I'm like torn between these two, like, okay, which one is gonna rock the shelf? Surprisingly, this one's actually taller. He's actually a little bit taller, which but he's beefier. His hands are bigger than his, which is really funny. And the cool thing is, so Riri came with these effects.
I wouldn't call her that.
Well, that's her name.
Just saying, maybe we should contact Marvel and let them know, hey, bro, like this is slang for something else.
So she comes with those, and then Modular Iron Man comes with these, which is kind of funny because they're the exact same, so you can port them on.
Oh, yeah.
You can share them between the two. Put them on the feet. But I ended up using like Target gift cards for them.
Nice.
So I only paid like $17 for the two of them.
Cool.
That's always a bonus.
That's a win.
But I told Steph, I was like, I just see these figures as being, these two in particular, being figures that like 6 months to a year from now. I'm like, man, why didn't I buy them? And then you look them up and they're like,
yeah, right,
$60-$70 on eBay.
But if I find her, I might pick her up.
She is freaking awesome. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but like, I just had so much fun with that one. Like the Modular Iron Man, I've had fun with too, but I know, Tony, you had said that like you didn't like a lot of the female figures.
Yeah, the articulation is very limited, and it's
very
kind of
limited, and they always feel kind of gummy.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm gonna break their limbs very easily.
I mean, she's straight up all pinless.
That's why okay. You were like moving it around, and I was trying to look at her, and I was like, it's so smooth looking. And this is what I'm talking about. People that are watching, this is exactly what I'm talking about with this pinless technology. Like, it may seem just kind of like lackluster, like it's not anything exciting compared to like accessories or new sculpt, but like it does wonders for the overall sculpt look. Like, it takes it and just steps it up like another notch. And that's why I'm completely okay with like paying a increased price for pinless technology. Like,
and you know who else is pinless?
Oh, he is? Oh,
He's
is
100% pinless. Yep.
And it looks so good, man. That's
like, and oh my God, I wish I had him sitting here, but him next to that deluxe War Machine.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was about to say that's like the two 90s looks right there.
That's
yeah, man.
That's like pure 90s sexual charged goodness. So yeah, I was very happy I picked those guys up. I've been messing with them both all week, her more so, but good pickups.
I guess you're up next, Tony.
All right. Yep. So like I was talking about earlier with FedEx and the countdown to the minutes that I had to leave for work, I was waiting for a rather expensive package, which I've been waiting for 2 years now. Like I pre-ordered this day one. That's how excited I was before any of the other announcements happened or anything like that. But my Hot Toys Mysterio came in, and if you guys haven't noticed, if your detective eyes have failed you, he's actually right behind me. Right,
I can see him.
Yeah.
I've never done this with any figure. I immediately got the handoff, brought it in, opened it up, took all the accessories out, placed them in its formats, and I was like, oh, I've waited for you for so long. The light up head is freaking-tastic. It looks so cool in person that like any reviews or pictures or anything you see doesn't do it justice. It's so, I don't know. It's so crazy because like inside the dome, it's like a cloud. So the cloud lights up and radiates off the dome. So you see the cloud being lit up as well, where you don't really get to see that in like pictures or video. Definitely one of my favorite Hot Toys thus far. The lenticular effect they did with the parts of the suit is kind of lackluster. It doesn't really do much of anything. It doesn't really like catch the light that I thought it would like be able to catch. But yeah, I actually wanted to keep this out because this was added like last minute, right before shipping. They announced this, and I was kind of like, oh well, that's cool, and I got it. And then actually, the Jake Gyllenhaal head is a lot better than. It's not focusing. Hold on, let's see if I can put it in front of me. There it is. Is a lot better. Come on. Focus up.
He's an odd man to get. He has one of those faces.
I enjoy that his head like perfectly covered your head for a second there.
We can just do the whole show like this. I'm no longer.
And welcome, Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'm no longer Tony. I am actually Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right.
Hey, so how long have you been collecting? Oh, hey, we got Iron Man over here too.
I don't know why it keeps focusing and unfocusing. Like it's a face. It should be focusing up. Oh yeah, I was super psyched to get him. I don't know why, but I still haven't got my drone shipped. Like Sideshow says that they're in stock, but I haven't got mine shipped yet.
That is weird.
So I'm still waiting for my drones, and then after that, I'll put together a little display in this DTOF behind me of black suited Spidey and Mysterio. Do something up in that.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That makes me like go back and forth more so on that Mando. Seeing that. I will stand by it that like Hot Toys is probably my favorite thing to collect. They're expensive, yeah, but like I feel the most rewarded when I get them.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
You won't, at least in my experience, you won't open it and then be like, I don't know. I don't think you'd have buyer's remorse after the fact. I would hope not.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah, right. That's exactly it.
I don't like the only thing I worry about, and like, so everything's behind glass cases. Nothing's exposed in the matter of, the expensive stuff. Like I worry about if something was out and about, my cats obviously knocking it over. Same thing with like having kids, like a kid would knock it over. And like that would be my most worrisome angle. So if you don't have something like put it behind to protect it or keep it like, stationary, I would completely understand any hesitance that you might have.
Mando's just playing with the rainbow high dolls.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's like that Sideshow commercial they did a couple of years ago where the dad wakes up and he's drinking the coffee and he realizes like all of his collectibles are gone and the kid's playing with them in the sandbox.
Yes.
I mean, wouldn't you as a parent like make sure you stress to your kid? Like I have never, as many groups as I've been, I've never seen that happen. But I mean, as a parent, you think you would, let your kid know like this is expensive. Don't.
I do. I just go.
Is it bad that I thought of Chris Benoit the second you did that?
All right, I'm
man.
Out. By the way,
Jesus.
I forgot to mention. So this is 80th Iron Man's hand fixed. The new modular Iron Man hinged.
Oh, nice. That was one major
I forgot
downfall.
to mention that.
One major downfall with the 80 was that those weren't hinged. You pop them on, that's what you got. I highly suggest that figure if you like Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies and it really enjoyed Far From Home like I did. Like Mysterio's a definite grab up. Like it's an awesome figure, and he doesn't come with much, just a couple of pairs of hands. Switch out of like the cuffs so you can remove the cape. Jake Gyllenhaal head. And he does come with these. I forgot these weren't in there. They're too big to fit in there. But he comes with these.
I love smoke effects.
I cannot wait to put these on.
Oh, that's like
cool. the triangles he projects. I can't wait to try these out. I haven't been able to try them out yet. And then he comes with the smoke effects that you see him with, which those are pretty sweet. They're stationary. There's nothing really super special about them, but like it really adds to the figure. Like it's kind of like the deluxe, the black suited Spider-Man from the same movie and the deluxe homemade suit with the drone. Having that stuff with the bases, like just like ups the ante. Like you put them in with their bases and it's just like, wow, that looks so good.
I feel like it just helps justify the cost.
Yeah. It's the tiers of the HasLabs. You go, oh, well, this is that much, but it comes with this Molten Man display base that lights up. Comes with
so much more.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it's a constant thing. But let us know. You listeners out there, if you picked up anything cool this week, comment down below. Let us know the deets. Let me know
if you find a Walgreens exclusive Nova.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, let Mike know if you've spotted that Nova that's not going to be showing up in Walgreens anytime soon.
Yeah, send that picture of 20 of them lined up, and they're like, "Hey, these are just sitting here."
Oh, peg warmers.
Peg warmers.
But yeah, we'll move right into the talks of the town of news wise. We start out with Hasbro's Star Wars. We got a cool announcement that I think all three of us, if I remember correctly, were completely sidewiped because I thought it was Black Series until right before we started recording this show. And they're actually giving us 3 3/4 Stormtrooper Army Builder packs, which, okay, still cool, but it wasn't Black Series. Like they missed the mark again. Like I just don't understand why they don't do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
I would have loved that as a kid. Like,
yeah,
I think I had like 3 or 4 Stormtroopers, like for my Power of the Force figures. So yeah, it's weird. Maybe they're just testing the waters, but I don't know. I feel like Hasbro's already tested those waters.
Yeah,
it succeeded, and so has the Lightning Collection has already tested those waters as well. And what better thing to army build than Stormtroopers?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like that is like the essential army build.
Right. It's like day one.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I always think about when it comes to army building. It's just like, oh, Stormtroopers.
Do you even army build, bro? Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't, but
they also gave us. I wasn't even going to bring this up until I actually looked at it. They're giving us the Black Series raised lightsaber from the end of what was it? The Skywalker one.
Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of the Skywalker that didn't rise.
What's bad is like all I can think of whenever I see that is just how angry when I see stuff like that is just how angry Star Wars fans are now.
Oh yeah.
Like, and especially like I see anything like I personally like, was the new trilogy great? No, but I don't have like this contempt for it. Like I still enjoy them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still Star Wars. Like pizza is pizza. Star Wars is Star Wars. Like
pizza is not pizza. That's a whole nother podcast. I will die on this hill.
Welcome back to PizzaCast.
Yeah.
I also like Little Caesars, so I'm taking a stand. I'm coming out and saying
that the flat crust pizza, the
that one,
pepperoni cheeser or whatever, the thin crust.
Yeah, the thin crust. That's a good one.
Good.
Jesus.
I'm taking a stand. I enjoy Little Caesars.
I'm going to let you know your stand is completely wrong, you frozen cheese eating motherfucker.
That doesn't mean I don't like other pizza, but
what I can't stand is suddenly like with the new with the sequels, people now are suddenly like the prequels aren't so bad. Like no.
I know.
I will die on this hill. Like the prequels are not good movies. I can link you to a couple videos that'll tell you exactly how bad they are. They are just bad movies. There's nothing clever about them. There's nothing smart about them. They're not ahead of their time. They're fucking horse shit. They're garbage movies for garbage people.
I mean, oh man, it's the least favorite trilogy out of the trilogies, or whatever you want to say for me. But I don't know. Gosh, if you like what you like, man, we're a bunch of nerds.
No. I mean, I might have got a little heavy-handed there. Like, but I
will not let you live down that you like Little Caesars pizza.
Oh no, I don't care. It's just like your love for the new Nightmare on Elm Street. It's okay. We gotta lose a little respect for each other in some way.
Okay, all right, touche. I will lay down the weapons.
I did enjoy. It looked like they had unveiled like a bunch of classic card figures. Like there's a Yavin. The Celebration.
Oh yeah.
There's a Princess Leia Power of the Force 2 one, which looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a Emperor Palpatine. There's
the Palpatine looks good.
I think a Lando.
Yeah.
IG-11.
I was going to say there's a lot of redos. This is like this is like the third IG-11. Or IG-88. Was it IG-11 or IG-88 that they released?
It was IG-11 because it's from the Mandalorian.
Okay, so that would be the third IG-11 because I think they did a Black Series, retro-carded re-release, and then this one. Which is actually a lot for being the Mandalorian.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But, hey, everybody loves that show. Even people that hate Star Wars love that show.
Yeah, that's true, man.
But yeah, I've seen the Princess Leia, and I thought that looked pretty good. They almost always hook me. I bought a couple other Black Series stuff since I think the last time we brought it up, and I'm not big on it. It's just like I see the things from like the Mandalorian, and finally, like I got an outlet that gives me the one thing that I love about Star Wars, and that's the Mandalorian, the bounty hunters.
It's funny between the two of us. You've bought Black Series.
Yeah, I bought way more Black Series than you have.
I still don't own a single Black Series figure because no.
Yeah, no, just don't do it. I mean, I've even held back. There was Black Series stuff from the Mandalorian that I seen, and I was like, no, God, you didn't even open the other ones. They're packed away. Don't buy this stuff. And I go, but what about when you can open them? And I'm like, no, Stop it.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Tony. I'm in the same boat, man. Like, that's what if you wait till the moment that you can?
Yeah, exactly. Then you're gonna regret it so
it's gonna
hard.
Be my moment.
Idiot.
I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna be like, oh man, I wasted all this money. I don't want this anymore. And I just opened it.
I do think it's getting increasingly more hilarious because I think did they just do a Transformers fan first today too?
Yeah, not too long ago.
I don't know. I think it's hilarious. They just keep announcing all these other fan first and they still haven't done another G.I. Joe one.
Look how mad he is.
You just do this to get me mad.
I just want my Joes.
Like, it's hilarious to me because, like, the amount of ones they've done for, like, Marvel and Star Wars and all that, like,
I will say reading the comments on those actually cracks me up because, like, this never thought I needed that crossover. But yeah, reading the comments on Joe fans getting so mad at Hasbro, like Hasbro posted like the roadblock and I think one of the other figures, and they're like, you know, their little ad about fans first and all that other bull crap, and like the G.I. Joe fans just go crazy, and I can't help but laugh. Like, I feel for them, and I've liked some of the comments because I'm like, yeah, you're justified. I feel you, but like, I mean, once again, it's a bunch of grown men getting upset about plastic. So
yep.
It's
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want some more Joes and stuff too, but like, it's just funny to me. Like the fact that
it's a joke. It's a joke now.
It's a G.I. joke. The fact that they've announced another Marvel one for Monday.
I know.
Just like, they're just doing it on purpose now, right?
Yeah.
This is like the third one in a month span, isn't it? Like
Marvel's had a lot because they had a bunch last month they had like 3 last month. So this might be like the 4th in like 2 months.
Look at him. He's so upset.
Stop laughing.
You gotta do what sells, baby.
Oh man, don't worry, John. One day we'll talk about G.I. Joe again on this show.
Oh, man. That's what I told you. It is. It's gonna be like they're gonna vomit
reissues.
all these Joes. I'm just gonna be like, I'm done.
They're gonna announce some new Joes this week when we won't be doing a show this upcoming week.
Yeah.
That's exactly. That's good.
I'm gonna be like,
The new vintage carded 6-inch G.I. Joes.
Oh shoot. Okay, let's get off this territory before a vein erupts in John's John's head over there. Neca broke some big news because there was a big upset a little while ago about the rights of certain characters from Jaws, and things weren't going to happen anymore. A lot of pre-orders got canceled because it's like, I'm not going to get this one if I can't have this one. But they have shown off the final product images of Hopper from Jaws to go with your what's his face, Quentin? I can't remember the other guy's name. Quint. Yes, I knew it was like Quint or Quentin.
Brody Bruce and T.S. Quint.
Yep,
that's how I remember.
There you go. So you'll finally be able to add the one more. I think the rights of what's his face is still up in the air though. His likeness rights.
Dennis Hopper?
No, is it Dennis Hopper? I'm not huge on Jaws.
Are you talking about
the main dude, the cigarette in his mouth?
Yeah,
in the shot.
And that's
I think his rights are still in limbo, and I think that was probably one of the other ones. But at least you can get a Hopper, and they've showed behind the scenes Pixies at like in scale with the line Jaws, which that thing is freaking huge. It's like half of a human body.
Thank God they were able to. Thank God they were able to secure the rights for the shark's likeness.
They actually went to Universal and removed the animatronics for actual scaling purposes. But yeah, no. So I mean, that's exciting, and I can personally say like I've gotten a few of the soft good figures from NECA, and they are equally as great. I think I still to this day, Sloth and Chunk are my favorite ones out of that line. I think that was a fantastic 2-pack, and they both look great. But yeah, so Hot Per fans, rejoice. Go get those pre-orders. Another thing they dropped on us, other than the two last-minute pre-orders for the Goliath and Chrome Dome, which I missed this morning, we will be getting a mini faces of It, the clown from the horror movie, in case anybody's confused. Pennywise. The people that held off buying all of those Pennywise figures over the past 2 years, it finally paid off, because this pack is essentially all of those accessories in this pack, and I couldn't be happier. Like, my day has finally come that like waiting actually paid off, and I'll be getting this pack for sure to add to my horror collection.
I've always been wishy-washy on getting Pennywise stuff from that movie. Like, I really like that movie, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't really have like any kind of a horror collection. So like, it's a weird thing, and you don't understand it unless you're a collector, where you're like, I don't know where to put it on my shelf, which then in turn makes you start buying more of that stuff. So you have a shelf of it. And I'm just trying to fight that itch.
Horror's always been one of those deep-seated things in my book. Like, when I was able to have a spot, I said that a horror section's happening. Like, Nightmare on Elm Street is happening. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Trick or Treat, and NECA's really kind of filled that void there. I've looked at other companies that have done things in the realm of that, but I haven't been impressed by much others.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it goes back to like the Suncoast days for me, when you would see the gigantic, like I would see Leatherface and Freddy and Jason and Patrick Bateman, and just being like, as a kid, like, man, I want those, but I can't afford them. And like, I mean, now you really can't afford those. Exactly. But it's definitely like seeing that, and you're just always being like, back in the day, the only guy you got was Freddy, and then they canceled it, and so it's like, okay, seeing actually getting horror stuff and getting great looking sculpts of it, it is one of those things I got to stop myself from like wanting to buy all of it, you know. Like,
I mean, you should have seen my face when they announced the Puppet Master.
I know, I still haven't picked him up, man. I want to, and
I got one of them. I'm still waiting for the other one to come in.
Yeah, that's one of them. I went back and forth on where I wanted to buy them. I'll just put them at that. And so, yeah.
The horror stuff is almost like, I'm trying to think of how to word this. It's almost like an entire collection of itself. Like, how I collect like just the Marvel Legends. It's almost like you would have to just collect that alone if you really wanted to immerse yourself, because there is so much of it, and NECA does it so well with all their stuff. I know a lot of people that would that like are into horror stuff, and I try like telling them like, hey, you should get, like, don't sleep on this stuff, like, it's good.
And then that's the thing too, like, not in a hey, if you ever want to sell this, but like, if you don't grab it, it basically shoots up in price. Yeah. So it's really like,
don't sleep on it.
Yeah, don't sleep on it, because
it kind of goes back to, you know, what I think we've brought it up a couple times, where something has to be worth nothing before it's worth something.
Yeah.
And a lot of the horror franchise stuff, that's usually how it turns out, because like in the huge thing, you can look at box office sales in this retrospect too, that like horror is not exactly the cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like not everybody's picking it up. You know, it's not like,
it's a more niche market than like your Marvel and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll stick even in the NECA zone of things. Like, people aren't, you know, soughting after it like, you know, TMNT. So like, you'll see this stuff just like dry rotting on the shelf, and keep pushing it off, and then all of a sudden one day it just disappears. You have no idea what happened to it. It just somebody decided to buy the 8 Pennywises on the shelf that have been sitting there for 6 months, and you never see it again. I mean, I've done that with all the Evil Dead stuff. I've waited, and all of a sudden it just disappears. And I'm like, shit.
What's kind of funny is you mentioned the Ninja Turtle stuff. Is like before NECA was doing the Turtle stuff, they were known as like the horror company. Like, I don't know if that's what they were known for, but that's what I knew them for. Sorry, I had a headache today. That's what I knew them for, was like their horror stuff that they did, like the Friday the 13th stuff, the Halloween stuff. And unfortunately, like as they've gotten bigger and gotten other licenses, like I don't want to say the horror stuff has taken a back seat, but I feel like there's not as much emphasis on it as there used to be.
I think a lot of it has to do like with things like the whole Friday the 13th lawsuit and the rights being all wibbly wobbly. Yeah. It feels like horror in general, that's kind of the issue. Like the Ghost, the Scream Killer they released, the Ultimate Scream Killer, is actually labeled as I think Ghostface or something like that. It's not. It has nothing to do with Scream on the packaging.
Oh, interesting.
So, I mean, it's one of those weird things where like you can dip and dive through the likeness deals and still use it and all that other stuff, but you can't call it what it is. Yeah. What people would know it for, like the Scream Killer, or Ghostface from Scream or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think we fall in that same boat too with some of the, like these 80s action films that like Canon and all that you wish you're like, man, this would fit, and they've already done it like with Predator and even Rambo, but like you were just like, man, I would just love something with like Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren.
They're gonna do an Expendables line.
Oh, dude, I would eat it.
I would probably get that. I would. Oh, that would be a line that would look really good in the soft good stuff.
Yes,
absolutely. Like this, like the Hopper. I think if they did an Expendables line, no joke, I probably would get the whole lineup, because like I'm a Statham fan. I enjoy Stallone, Arnie, obviously. Bruce Willis made his appearance in that one. Mm-hmm. Jet Li.
I just keep going.
Yeah, like it's literally an action fan's like
what
best
dream
franchise.
Like that's what it is. It's just it is. It's,
and I would
it's
say those
fantasy.
are probably a guilty pleasure movie of mine. Is the Expendable movies. Like I won't openly admit that, hey, I spent 4 hours watching the Expendable movies, but it happens.
I will.
But moving forward, speaking of crazy stuff from the past, and Mike knows a little bit more history with Hot Toys and stuff, so maybe he can answer my questions here. Hot Toys revealed final product images of the Back to the Future Marty McFly with Einstein and the Doc Brown and the Doc Brown Deluxe, which comes with the plutonium case, which if you don't get the deluxe, there's something wrong with you. I don't understand why you wouldn't get the deluxe one. So Hot Toys, did they, in these product images and in the release post that they didn't say anything about these being reissues. Did Marty and Doc ever get actual released, or did they just kind of announce them?
Marty, yes. There was a Marty McFly. There was a Doc Brown that was the Back to the Future 2 version in like the yellow coat and like the...
Okay.
But I don't think there was ever a part 1 version. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything different about... Like, I didn't fully look at the pictures because I'm like, I don't want to look. I don't want it.
I don't blame you.
But I know they have done a Marty before. I know they did like the Back to the Future 1 Marty. Mm-hmm. And I know they're re-releasing the DeLorean too.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I kind of figured that because it's with the product image of these two. So, and there's been some
Einstein
changes.
Looks terrible though.
Yeah,
if there's one thing I can say about Hot Toys is they cannot do animals.
There's one thing I did notice with the Marty figure, and this is a complete like fan nitpick is he comes with the Save the Clock Tower flyer, but the Hot Toys Save the Clock Tower flyer is white, where the one in the movie is blue. Also, I would have added Jennifer's number on the back as a little touch to the product itself. Hopefully, these aren't like final product images, and maybe they can tweak those little things, because those deep cuts are what really get me. I mean, I will say that I'm on the fence about these two. I am big with the Back to the Future stuff. It's another one of those like staples of the movies that I grew up with, like Ghostbusters and RoboCop and
For
all
me,
those other ones.
It's one of those things where it's like, I'm a fan, but am I that big of a fan?
I have all the NECA releases of the Back to the Future stuff they've done so far, and there wasn't even like a moment of hesitation. So I will say that I am, the only thing holding me back is uncertainty of the world currently. If things were more certain and we were in a normal time and shipping didn't have so many issues, I probably wouldn't hesitate. But this past year has really kind of put me on hesitance, pre-ordering so much at one time, just because we're currently dealing with this backup of shipping, and pre-orders just keep piling up, where you can't really plan out your pre-orders like you used to before. So if that was not a factor, I would have pre-ordered these already.
Yeah.
And you're right, Einstein does not look good. I was kind of bummed out how bad Einstein did look. Like, I was just like, man.
And then if you go back and look at the goose they did, not like the actual goose, but like the cat goose from Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Also was very bad. Very bad. I said that
Hot Toys looks like they took the goose that came with the Marvel Legends Captain Marvel and just like sized it up. Like, that's how the quality of it is.
I don't know what it is. Like, somebody actually did a picture like side by side of Einstein from the movie and the dog that comes with the figure, and it looks like two totally different creatures. Like,
it looks nothing like them.
Bad.
It's probably the biggest upset of the set, and it's just kind of like, oh, like, I don't even know if I want to display them. Like, it's just kind of like a constant regret item right there. But if I got the DeLorean, I'd have to have him sit in the DeLorean.
Tell Hot Toys to pay you to display it.
I want $10 a month to display this in my living room. It's basically a museum now, so you have to pay rent. But yeah, I know Mike's hesitant, and I don't think I'm gonna go with a no from John too about these ones, even though. Is there?
No.
Okay.
If I didn't get the Van Damme statues, but I mean, the Van Damme statues are so out of price. Like, I mean, that's way.
I really thought John was about to be like, I already pre-ordered them.
I was about to say it's another Super 7 game of chicken here, man. Like,
yeah.
As soon as you rip the Band-Aid, like Mike has said, it makes it so much easier to do it again.
And that's probably why he hasn't, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's partially it. And speaking of Super 7, I already pre-ordered the worst. So
he did. I had to send him as a reminder that pre-orders are about to close. If you want the worst from Super 7, the
Bachelor,
the Bachelor and the
Batula.
And the pirate.
The pirate. I can't think of his name.
The pre-orders are closing soon, so go over and pre-order wherever you pre-order, in case you want them. And then this is a little bit of an announcement, not as big as normal, but I put it at the end here because I think it's probably going to be the highlight of the talking points of the show.
And it was like last minute.
And it was like it was today. I literally woke up to Mike's message about it. Jay Hernandez, a reviewer over on YouTube that reviews a lot of these figures, had the honor of revealing the classic black suited Spider-Man re-release with the retro Spider-Man body, which that's going to be cool. If you want to go check that out, I'll try to remember to link that announcement movie or the announcement video in the description. You can go check it out for yourself. But when I first seen the message, Mike, I said, man, I have like 3-4 black suited Spider-Man. I don't need another one. And then I watched this video and I was like,
I need another one.
Maybe one more won't hurt. Like I was like, this looks really good. Like it looks really good. New head sculpt.
On that vintage Spidey mold. Yeah.
And he comes with web shooting hands and sprawled hands. Nope.
And fist hands, so you could have him shoot web like this. You could have him shoot web like this.
They literally answered everything that I had complaints about with every other Spider-Man in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Spider-Man should always come with all 3 of those hands. Always.
I do not disagree.
No, it looks really good. Like I too have a black costume Spider-Man, and I'm like, well, might as well throw that one in the garbage. But it won't be for a while because spring 2022 is its expected release date.
Oh wow!
I don't know if this is a situation where, once again, like we talked about last time, where they're just pushing out dates just to be like, 8 months from now. Or something like that, just to cover their own ass. It could be out sooner. Going to be available, though, at all major retailers.
Oh, everywhere.
Oh, nice.
Which makes me wonder if it's going to be a full wave. Because anytime that I can think of that they've ever done a single vintage card release, it has been an exclusive somewhere.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Somebody, I'm sure that there would be no shortage of somebody to tell me I'm wrong if they know.
You're wrong.
But like Gambit and Rogue, Target, Black Costume Storm, Target.
Was Jameson and Black Cat, were those fan channels?
Those were, I believe, those might have been because I think you could get them at GameStop.
Yeah, you can get them at GameStop.
So see, I was wrong. Gonna shut up now.
So it's safe to say that this one is definitely going to be one that we're all going to try to grab.
Oh yes. Oh
yeah, I already have regrets on Classic Spidey, not picking up Classic Spidey. So
yeah, I have regrets in hand and about them. I mean, there's just a couple little things that I hope they fix this time around. You can check out the review. I think I did a review on that.
You did. I was going to mention that if you didn't, I'd be like, you can check out the gripes on our review of
it's still the best Spider-Man they've put out.
Yeah,
if I could do a hybrid of like the pizza Spider-Man and that Spider-Man, it would make the ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, right.
For me, anyways. Like, I know a lot of people really love that new Spidey, and I do love the new points of articulation in it. You can kind of get a little bit more variety into the actual Spider-Man poses that you would see in the either the cartoon or the comic book. But there's one thing that they still haven't done, man. Toe articulation. I need that toe articulation in Spider-Man. I hate
toe articulation.
You don't need it in every figure, but Spidey is one that should have toe articulation.
They put it on my Beast and I don't even use it. Maybe it has to do with my hate for feet.
I think that's maybe.
Here we go. Plastic therapy right here.
Yep. I think the thing that I like about these ones, and especially the reason why I have that FOMO on Classic Spidey, is the fact that my kids are interested in these, and I could see my kids being interested in that Ironheart too. And that's the one of those one connection type of moments. And it's just hey, our worlds can collide here. And when that happens, that's really awesome for me as a parent. So it's definitely a thing where I'm I definitely will probably pick up Black Suit Spidey and maybe some other ones too. So we'll see.
Pick up 2 or 3 Black Suited Spideys.
We can all have our own Black Suit Spidey family.
Hopefully it'll all of them will arrive at the same exact time, so that on our show and tell segment we all share Black Suited Spidey.
On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I bought another Frankenstein.
They shipped the wrong one to me. But that'll do it for this week's plastic news. Mike said something earlier, real quick. There will be no show next week. I'll be out of town, so that will all that news happening next week will then be combined with the news of the following week, and
it'll be a super episode.
You'll get a 4-hour cut of Shut Up and Take My Money, and after that the show will be done because I'll probably hang myself.
The Snyder cut.
The Snyder cut of Shut Up and Take My Money. But also stay tuned later this week. I'll be talking with Ashley Esper about the third installment of the Ralphs and that Kickstarter that'll be happening. That'll be starting up this week, actually.
Oh, sweet.
So stay tuned for that later on this week. And
we also have a TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, we do. We do.
I didn't know we had a TikTok until I randomly found it.
I haven't really pushed it because, like, well, you're seeing it right now. Like, I have to make more content for another platform and then put it out that way.
You basically take the highlights of this and throw clips up on TikTok. That's what Damon does with the Accidental Wrestling.
But if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that bell for notifications, thumbs up on this video because you know it helps us out. And make sure you're following us on social media. If you want to help out even more, you can go and check out the Patreon. Become a Patreon, buy a t-shirt, join our Discord as John so elegantly puts every week. I'm gonna beat him to it this week. And go find us on TikTok as well. If that's your thing. What is that?
One of the dances that is probably already out of it. Like, they'll be like, you guys are old. Go back to collecting toys, nerds.
Yeah. As they start wearing our fashion again.
Yes.
But yeah, all that good stuff. Until next time, I've been Tony.
I'm Mike.
And I'm John.
And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.